days after getting beaten by Brock Lesnar, 8 days after he broke my arm for the second time in 2 months. I stood in this ring, I thought I might be done. And the thing was, the second that cast was off, I was back in the gym. And I was just waiting for a reason. Then I found myself sitting next to a hospital bed, looking at an old man who had just got done having hip surgery. Put aside the fact that his daughter, my wife, my kids, sat crying at that bedside. I sat there with a smile inside because I just found my reason.
Game! Triple H! And the fight is on! Triple H and Lesnar!
Brock Lesnar, the ass kicker, the game is back, and he's calling you out for WrestleMania!
Triple H! The demon inside him has been released!
So what's it gonna be, Brock? Are you gonna show up at WrestleMania? Are you gonna show up and fight? Or are you just gonna sit there and bleed?
If, and only if, you signed this agreement to fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, then I will tell you the stipulations we picked for you.
If he wants to make Lesnar pay for all his sins, breaking Triple H's arm twice, breaking the arm of his best friend Shawn Michaels, putting his father-in-law, Mr. McMahon, in the hospital with hip replacement surgery, Triple H has to take this match, sign the contract, no matter what.
Being the visionary that I am at WrestleMania, it's Brock Lesnar versus the Game, and Triple H is blindfolded with your hands, your ankles shackled. Nah. I want to make it really personal between the two of you. At WrestleMania, the winner of the match gets your wife, Stephanie. But since we're talking personally, we all know that wouldn't work, because wouldn't it be more fitting if the loser gets Stephanie?
Heyman pushed the line.
Go follow your monster.
And here comes Lesnar.
Your match will be no countdown, no disqualification, no holds barred. Oh yeah, your career is on the line.
So in 2 days, Brock Lesnar's Playground, no holds barred versus Triple H. We'll have his longtime friend, Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels in his corner. Triple H's career is on the line versus Brock Lesnar Sunday at WrestleMania.
Michael, it has to be in Triple H's mind that two of his best friends, Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels, both were retired at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman, arguably the greatest manager of all time, has painted Triple H in a corner. Brock Lesnar could make sure it's the last time we ever see Triple H.
And if it is, Triple H would be a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, it's a tradition. The night before WrestleMania, tomorrow night, sold out, Madison Square Garden. When we come back, it's been a long time coming. It's the induction of one of the greatest of all time, Bruno Sammartino. A special look at Bruno when we return. You know, one of the cool things about WrestleMania Access this year, it's in the Izod Center, an arena, and you can walk the entire concourse and check out all these cool exhibits, including a special tribute to the very first WrestleMania and the late, great Andre the Giant.
I have spent hours today, Michael, just walking through all the exhibits. Got to take a picture with the life-size statue of Andre the Giant. As a lifelong wrestling fan, which I am, this is pure heaven.
As part of WrestleMania Access, 115 superstars, divas, and legends will be involved this year. As John and I are doing the show here tonight, there are 10 autograph signings going on all throughout this arena, including some with Hall of Famers like Dusty Rhodes and Ricky Steamboat and the very first Intercontinental Champion, Pat Patterson. And speaking of the Hall of Fame, the induction ceremony tomorrow night, sold out at Madison Square Garden. If you don't have a ticket, you can see the ceremony Tuesday night at 10/9 Central on the USA Network. Now, my question to you is this the strongest Hall of Fame induction class in history?
Michael, not to denigrate any other Hall of Fame classes because every one of them is special, but in my opinion, with Bruno, with Donald Trump, with our buddy Booker T, this is the strongest group. Greatest bodybuilder of all time, the kid from Graz, Austria, Arnold Schwarzenegger inducting Bruno Sammartino, and Bruno Sammartino selling out the Garden one more time.
It happens tomorrow night on the eve of WrestleMania. Still to come tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, we've got in-ring action. The #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, Jack Swagger, is going to have his hands full with none other than Kofi Kingston. And coming up next, a special look at Chris Jericho. And hey,
You're going to butcher this. It's
Fandango.
welcome back to WrestleMania Access at the Izod Center, just across the street from MetLife Stadium, of course, home of WrestleMania on Sunday. We'll be going back into the arena soon for some action with Josh Matthews and Jerry the King Lawler. But, John, I want to ask you what you think about Fandango, one of the most unique characters we've ever had in WWE. In fact, he's taken the media by storm here in New York. He surprised the Opie and Anthony show on Sirius XM yesterday at the WrestleMania press conference at Radio City. He actually danced into the hall. I think he was auditioning to be a Rockette.
Fandango is like a cross between Brian Boitano and Chuck Liddell. This guy is awesome. I love Fandango.
You do realize Brian Boitano was a skater, right?
You would know that.
WWE's newest superstar,
I don't usually do this.
known simply
That you ask for it.
Fandango.
Bingo! Don't you know I'm local?
No. That is inappropriate. You mispronounce my name. Fandango. No. You need to feel it. Breathe the A's in. Let it flow through your body.
Okay, I've got it.
Fandango.
Fandango.
Stop. That is absolutely horrible. It is quite obvious that you are far too stupid to pronounce my name correctly. Fandango. It's time for me to take my rhythm to the ring so everyone in the WWE can follow my lead. Fandango.
I can't believe what this young man is doing. What an impact. What a way to make a debut. He has got his first match ever at WrestleMania in front of 75,000 people against a 6-time world champion, a future Hall of Famer, first undisputed world champion in Chris Jericho. This guy seems to thrive under this pressure.
And Fandango may be in the head of Chris Jericho. Let's take you back to Raw this past Monday night.
He's got him in the middle of the ring.
Looking for the walls. Can he get it?
Is that shoulder on?
Yeah, he does. Oh, man. Tap out. Hey, wait. Oh, Fandango wasted little time assaulting Jericho. Great looking Fandango.
This young man is making a name for himself. I love it.
Once again, you don't make fun of this guy's name, you don't mispronounce it, you pay the price.